What were the bones that were kind of set? Like the first couple of joints that you guys worked on for Infamous, where you were like, okay, this is kind of what we're on right now. Like,
I would have to say Shook Ones and Trife Life.
Fire. So those like Shook Ones was early in the recording process?
It was like one of the first songs we did.
What about A Black Patty Shop?
Oh yeah.
Was that the demo?
That was just a demo. That was just
on
a
the
demo.
net. You ever heard that one?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
That's when you could really hear what was about to happen.
Right.
Like I feel when you hear that, it's like, oh,
that was the era of the filter.
So you guys get that you guys figure that out, and you're like, okay. Because I feel like, you know, a song like Shook Ones is obviously I mean, it's one of the most iconic songs ever. And then when we think about like, I don't know if anyone's rapped over another, like when it comes to people who like freestyle over records, it's probably Shook Ones and Who Shot You. Like,
right.
In terms of, you know, the go-to, like throw on a beat, let's rap. But that beat, man, is so sinister. It's so like, did you have any idea? Like when you first cooked that up and you play it for P, what's his reaction? Because that is one of those.
Well, you know, there's the story out there where they like, oh, we had to stop him from erasing the track because I probably would have just turned it off. Nobody was there. They came upstairs and they was like, what's this? I was like, oh, you know, some track I made. I'm about to, you know, reset because, you know.
Because you weren't fucking with it.
Yeah,
you didn't love it while you were making it, yeah.
Because, you know, the confidence level wasn't there. You know what I mean? And, you know, but that was a time when the crew came around and said, oh, yo, this is dope. When a crew was element to your tracks, but unseen, right? Because they're there, they drinking 40s and you're around, that vibe is there. But, you know, it was dope. Like they came in the room, Prodigy came, like, nah, keep that track and just made that
When
shit.
the beat's on and he's in the booth, is the first thing because I'm sure he's fucking around, is the first thing he says is to all the killers on the $100 bills? Is that like the first?
Right, like the ad-libs.
The ad-libs.
Yeah, and he didn't plan it, he didn't write it down. I'm sure it just popped in his head right then and there. You know, like, and that's who P was, like, you know what I mean? Just coming up with just, you know, ad-libs just out of this world.
For you, man, did you guys understand like how big of a deal it was? Because we talk about Climate, right? And at that time, Purple Tape, Illmatic, Wu-Tang. But I feel like Eye for an Eye is like one of those records that is like just such a timepiece to an era. And it kind of is like, you know, you could go back and there was a lot of posse cuts back then. But, you know, some of them were like hit and miss. Like, to me, this was like a record where you got like four of the greatest of all time, like at their peak and like delivering at their peak. It's kind of like, you know, the 72-10 Chicago Bulls season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, who got on the record first? Was it Ray? Was it Nas? Like,
it was Prodigy.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Because he set it off with the chorus. You know what I mean? He already did the chorus before Ray and Nas even got to the studio. So I think they was familiar with the chorus and everything like that. And they came in, and I could tell by the way they was looking and by the way they was repeating the chorus that this shit must be fire.
So they came into the studio together?
Ray and Nas, yeah.
Wow.
They came in there.
What's that night like?
You know, at the time, it's like you can't really believe you got Nas in the fucking studio. You know what I mean? And then, let alone Raekwon from, like, you know.
I mean, at the time, like you said, you guys are coming off of Juvenile Hell. The Infamous isn't made yet. The fact you guys got those guys there, that's a big deal for you.
That's how powerful Shook Ones was.
Right.
Right? That's how powerful that song was. Like,
so the record was out while you were finishing the album.
Yes.
So that record was heating up the streets. Yeah.
Because it came out in 94. So Shook Ones made them go, oh shit.
Let's go see what Hav got over there. Let's go see what else you got.
You know what I'm saying? So I got lucky, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Because you know those guys don't fucking rap with just anybody. You know what I mean? Even if you're from their neighborhood, it don't matter. Like, they're not going to do a song with you. So the fact that they did, you know what I mean, just was a testament.
I think my favorite beat on the album is Give Up the Goods. Those drums are fucking crazy.
Q-Tip, right? Q-Tip on, yeah. He's a fucking drum master.
Jesus, man.
I learned from him.
Yeah.
That fucked all of us up back then.
Shout out
just trying to figure out how he was programming those drums. Even the programming on One Love.
I think there was
programming was
I think there was a DMX freestyle or something over Give Up the Goods. Am I tripping?
You know,
I think there was something with DMX over because that's when I first heard the beat, and I went back when I was like, you understand? I was born in '87, so this
87. Wow,
Young man, he's a young man.
I'm a
right.
young man. We age like milk, us whites. So.
Yeah, wow.
Might be the best snare. That snare might be the best snare of all time.
Oh my god!
Or the burn is also burn snare is a great snare
crazy.
too.
Oh my god!
So we're working with good snares over here. It's always a good thing. You start with a good snare, it's a good day.
Do you feel like Infamous comes out? I mean, did you guys immediately feel like cemented, like, or was that something that came with time? Like, because I feel like, even when we think about Illmatic, like Illmatic, as big as it was like kind of underground. Like it wasn't like the biggest commercial success at the time. Like I think it just went platinum, which is crazy. Like recently,
but to us back then. I didn't realize that. Now, when you look back, you realize, it wasn't a super commercial smash.
But for y'all, like, and by the way, shout out to Riff Kid because like Loud just had the craziest roster of rappers of all time.
I think so.
It was all dope shit.
Yeah.
But like you guys make the Infamous. It's a classic. 4.5 mics in the source.
4.5 mics.
Should have been 5. Should have been 5.
4.5.
But there were some amazing albums that got 4.5. Is the pressure on for Hell on Earth?
Hell fucking yeah. The pressure was super on. It was on because I was like, I'm definitely not making nothing good as to fucking.
Yeah, like how do we follow this shit up a year later?
I said, fuck it, just make it more grimier. You know what I'm saying? Just get more darker, more grimier because you definitely.
It definitely was a darker and grimier album for sure.
Those beats on Hell on Earth, you go back to them right now, are like insane.
G.O.D.
Like vultures. Give it up fast.
Yeah.
You were on, I don't know what you were on at that time.
It's like, fuck it, just go darker.
I always wondered, because I had talked to Steve about this. He said that, because he was tight with Tupac. He said Tupac came up to him at some party in LA and smacked him in the back of the head. And he's like, yo, are we good? And he was like, yeah, it's good. The little kids from Queens, it's all good. It's some rap shit. What y'all did, obviously, I think Drop a Gem on Him is one of the more slept on records, not even in terms of like it being like a quote unquote like a part of a beef history, but just as a joint, like track number 2. That's a strong track number 2. Were you guys at all? Because back then I feel like in the 90s we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have any of this shit. Were you like, was anybody hesitant about the Tupac line being on the album, or were you guys like, fuck it, let it fly?
No. I mean, look, man, we from Queensbridge. We ain't give a fuck. We ain't care. We was just like, we here for the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But we was ready for it. We was ready for war because he came at us.
Yeah. I mean?
He came at us. So we was like, I mean, this hip hop.
It's hip hop for sure. Yeah, it's kind of crazy too, because if you think back like that era, I always think, what would it be like if we had the Tupac East Coast beef in 2025 with Instagram? Like,
crazy.
It probably wouldn't be that many records getting made. It would be like, it's like I just saw, a couple artists like going back and forth on Twitter, and it was just like, Jesus, like, can't y'all make some fucking joints?
Right.